Every night the same nightmare. Door knocks. I open it. They're there. "We found you," they say. I wake up drenched in sweat. For 50 years this nightmare has been real. In 1974 I witnessed a murder. I did the right thing. I testified. But that day my death warrant was signed. Tonight I'm going to tell you about the dark side of justice. My real name is Richard Mark. At least it was. I'm 79 years old, but I don't know who I am anymore. For 50 years I've used 14 different names. I've lived in 23 different cities. No one knows my real story. In 1974 I was 29 years old. I had a normal life. Until that night. Now I'm old, tired. I can't carry this secret anymore. It's time to tell this story. December 23, 1974. Monday night, Chicago's South Side. I was a waiter at a diner. Night shift. We closed at 11. I was walking home. A dark street. Winter night. Cold, silent. Then I heard a sound. A scream. A woman's scream. 11:15 p.m. I ran toward the sound. A narrow alley. I saw what I shouldn't have seen. A man. A woman. Blood. A knife. The man turned and looked at me. I saw his face. Every detail. At that moment I had two choices. Run. Ignore it. Try to forget. Stay. Help. Testify. I chose the right thing. At least I thought so. I ran to the woman. But it was too late. She was dead. The man fled. I called the police. Police came. Crime scene investigation. Question. Did you see the man? Yes. I said. Every detail. Could you identify him? Absolutely. I didn't know then. These answers ended my life. Next day a detective came to my apartment. "Mr. Mark, the man you saw is very dangerous. Serial killer. He's killed 7 women. Now, you're the only witness. Can you identify him?" "Yes," I said. Wrong answer again. December 25, Christmas Day. At the police station. 6-man lineup. Suspects behind glass. When they showed the numbers, my insides trembled. Number 4. That was him. "Are you certain?" the detective said. "Absolutely. I'll never forget his face." That's when my death warrant was signed. December 27, morning. Someone knocked on my door. I opened it. No one there. But there was an envelope. Inside, a photo. My photo. X marked on it. And a note, "Take it back, or you die." I was scared. But I didn't take it back. January 1975. Trial started. Big news in the press. The South Side Slasher, they called him. Media went crazy. I was the key witness. My name in the papers. "Brave witness speaks out," the headline said. I wasn't brave. I was terrified. But I told the truth. February 15th. I took the witness stand. The killer sat there. He looked into my eyes. Cold, lifeless eyes. Full of threat. "Is this the man?" the judge said. "Yes, absolutely. I saw him that night." The killer smiled. A terrible smile. 3-hour hearing. Jury gave their verdict. Guilty. Life sentence without parole. Applause in the courtroom. Justice had been served. But for me the fear was just beginning. Day after trial. Phone rang. "Richard Mark." "Yes." "You're dead. We'll kill your family too. Run." I hung up. Hands were shaking. I went straight to police. Told them everything. "Can you provide protection?" I said, "We can provide protection for a few weeks. Then no budget." "A few weeks? These people have an organization." "Sorry, that's all we can do." That day I understood. I was alone. March 1975. I fled for the first time. Moved from Chicago to Detroit. Changed my name. Richard Mark died. Michael Thompson was born. New identity, new job, new life. But the fear came with me. June 1975. Only 3 months later, Detroit. I was walking down the street. A man approached me. "Richard Mark, right?" "Wrong person," I said. "No. We know you. Run. But we'll find you eventually." That night I left Detroit. I moved to Boston. Third name James Wilson. Started working construction. Started from scratch. I hid for 6 months. Calm, quiet. Maybe they forgot, I thought. I was wrong. December 1975. Boston. At work. A letter came. Inside my photo. X mark again. "Run, rabbit, run." Now this was a game. Cat and mouse. But I was the mouse. 1975-2025. 50 years. Same pattern every time. Move to new city. Take new name. Hide for 6 months, 2 years. Until they find me. Run. Repeat. 14 different names. 23 different cities. Names I used over 50. Richard Mark, real. 1945-1975. Michael Thompson, James Wilson, 1970. David Anderson, 1970. Robert Davis, 1980-1983. John Miller, 1983. William Brown, 1987. Thomas Garcia, 1991-1995. Denver. Charles Martinez, 19. Daniel Rodriguez, 19. Matthew Lopez, 2000. Christopher Lee, 2000. Andrew Walker, 2013-2000. Stephen Collins, 2000. Each name a life. Each life a lie. What I lost over 50. Family. Got married in divorced in 1976. Divorced in 1978. "You're always moving," my wife said. I couldn't explain why. Children. Never had any. Because my family would be targets. Friends. None. Because I can't trust anyone. Career. None. I start from scratch every time. Identity. Lost it. I don't know who I am anymore. 1989. Phoenix. Closest I came to dying. Coming home. Door was open, not closed like I left it. I went in. 2 men were waiting. Richard Mark. Finally. Fight. Knife. I was wounded. But I escaped. Didn't go to hospital. Would leave a trail. I stitched myself. 50 years of paranoia. Every shadow, potential danger. Every stranger, potential killer. Every knock, potential. Sleep problems. Nightmares every night. Trust problems. Can't get close to anyone. Social isolation. Alone. Always alone. Witness protection system didn't protect me. No budget, they said in that. Too old a case, they said. You're on your own, they said in that. Where is the system's responsibility to the witness? Killer is still in prison. Life sentence. But his organization is outside. Still active. Even 50 years later they haven't left me alone. Because I became a symbol. Don't testify message. There was another witness in the case. A police officer. He was also threatened, but got protection because he was a cop. I was a civilian witness. No priority. That's injustice. After 2010 it got harder. Digital age. Social media. Facial recognition. Cameras everywhere. Hiding is almost impossible. Technology made me more vulnerable. 2020. Minneapolis. Last time they found me. In supermarket. Someone recognized me. Aren't you Richard Mark? No, I said. But too late. A week later. Threat letter. I ran again. 2025. March. I'm 79 years old. In Philadelphia. Under the name Stephen Collins. I'm tired. Tired of running. Tired of hiding. Maybe they'll find me. Maybe they'll kill me. But I needed to tell this story. Do I regret testifying? No. And yes. No. Because I did the right thing. Killer was caught. No other women died. Yes, because I lost my life. I ran for 50 years. I aged alone. This is injustice. Witness should be protected. Criminals should be punished, not witness. If any official is listening, witness protection program needs urgent reform. If witnesses aren't protected, no one will speak. If no one speaks, there's no justice. I paid for 50 years. Let no one else pay. If you're going to be a witness, know your rights. You have right to protection. 2. Get it in writing. Get everything documented. 3. Lawyer. Get a lawyer immediately. 4. Don't stay silent. Press. Human rights organizations report everywhere. Don't make my mistakes. If I had a family, I'd want to tell them, I'm sorry I couldn't be there because I was protecting you. I wanted to love you, but you'd be in danger. This was the cost of testimony. For 50 years I haven't been free. Killer is in prison, but I lived like in prison too. Prison without walls, but still prison. Where is freedom? Where is justice? Every night the same question. When will it end? Killer will die, but the organization won't. I will die. Maybe then it will end. Maybe I'll find peace in the grave. For the first time, I'm 79 years old. I ran for 50 years. I'm still running. What was my only crime? Telling the truth. Is this justice? Witness punished? Criminal protected? This story is a warning. There's a big wrong in the system. But I still hope. Maybe this story will create change. Maybe systems will reform. Maybe future witnesses will be protected. Maybe my suffering won't be in vain. My name is Richard Mark, or Michael Thompson, or James Wilson. I don't know anymore. I ran for 50 years. I'm still running. But tonight something changed. I stopped being silent. Maybe they'll find me. Maybe this was the last time. But at least my story has been told. And maybe, just maybe, it will prevent another Richard from running for 50.